Hi, I'm Dave Mattson, CEO of Sandler. Today, I have a guest, which I'm super honored by having Carlos Garrido join us. He's an award-winning Sandler franchisee out of Miami. You know, when you talk to clients, you're talking about the impact that Sandler had. And although, people can make money, and that's always how we keep score, I want to talk a little bit about what you just said, which is, that impact that we have on business owners and people's lives. And really how that makes us feel as well. So can you talk a bit about that? Because I think people downplay what impact we have and how that actually energizes us.
So I'll give you my thoughts on that, Dave. I think, or I believe, I should say, I had done some sales training in the UK, and I even forget now who it was, probably 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And it didn't impact, it didn't have any result. And so, when I consider, I am an economic animal. I love the impact we have on clients, but I'm a CPA by background. I'm an investment banker. My mind just goes straight to the dollars and value creation. And when Antonio spoke to me, the two sets of antibodies I had on the plan were number one, sales training, because I'd experienced sales training and hadn't changed anything in my life. And so if there isn't any impact, then there's no long-term economic path in my mind. My mind just makes things very simple. If you impact people and bring value, there's going to be value there. If you don't impact people, if you don't bring value, then yeah, you can steal some value at the short term, but it isn't a long-term play. It can never be a long-term play unless you really legitimately bring value. So one set of antibodies was about franchising, and I got over that. And one set of antibodies were around, are you creating a path to long-term success? To do that, you have to bring value. My mind wasn't there at first. Then I spoke to clients, and I was speaking to people who'd been they'd been in Sandler for years, decades, decades. And so that really made me scratch my head because, I'd already half written this business plan thinking it was sales training. I know what sales training is. And I didn't know what sales training was. I didn't really, and it's so much more than sales training. It's the management I think if all we did was sales training, we would still make enormous impact. But I think what we do is so much more than sales training that impact is just magnified. And there is so much value created by what we do, personal and economic, personal value that we help with, the impact we have on clients' lives, but also on their economics. If we didn't make them more money, then we wouldn't work with them for decades, right? I mean, people aren't stupid.
Right.
So that was a key feature, really. And so, yeah, I would love to think that it was the more human part of my spirit that was drawn to Sandler, but it really wasn't. It was the dollars. I didn't believe the dollar equation until I saw the longevity of the relationships, and that clarified for me the dollars.
Listen, if you want to be like Carlos and have your independence and control your own destiny, why don't you give us a call at 410-559-2033 or email us at franchising@sandler.com. And I'm looking for the opportunity to help you make sure this is your last career stop.